Hey, David, what's the weather like where you're at?
It's a little chilly today. It's nice. It's been hot for so long.
Mid 80s here in Southwest Florida, and it's beach weather, everybody.
I'm jealous. I'd love a beach right about now.
It's gorgeous. Everybody moves to Southwest Florida for the beaches, and we've got loads of pretty beaches to go to.
Mm, Not Texas.
You got some along the coast down there, but
Oh yeah, but the water's about as clear as mud, but we love them anyways.
it is muddy. Aw. So, what do we got today, David?
Well, Myra, I wanted to maybe talk a little bit about what it would be like to join Myra's crew. She's looking at you're looking at building a team
Yes.
this year, and I think that's pretty exciting because there definitely is a shortage of good realtors. We've talked a lot about that in the video today. There's a lot of home buyers, but the inventories are down 30% year over year, right? Nationally. And so, there's a lot of newer agents, there's a lot of struggling agents, there's a lot of people that could use some help. And I'd like to maybe talk a little bit about that in this video, if that's cool with you.
Let's go with it.
So I've been in the lending business for over 20 years, and I've helped my team build teams. So basically last year, actually 1 year ago, we spun off and created our own division. And one of my branch managers, Candace, I promoted her a little bit less than a year ago to manage a branch. And she's like, Dave, I don't have anybody. What do I do? And over the course of the last year, I've recruited a lot of people. Now it's sales. Don't get me wrong. There's turnover, right?
Right.
But as it stands today, her team is over 20 strong, which is
Wow.
right. And that's big for our industry because in our industry, there's a lot of recruiting. There's a lot of, it's like sharks, right? Realtors too. Yeah, a lot of sharks in this business, right?
Yes.
But one of the cool things too is like I'll brag on somebody. His name's Mike, right? Mike I hired probably about 8 months ago, and he barely even knew how to spell mortgage. All he knew is he was a waiter and he wanted to be in lending, and it seemed really interesting to him, right? And we started him off with something called the grinder, and that's where people apply with us either on our website or what have you, and it's shocking because people will say, "Hey, I'm looking to buy a house in Miami. I'm looking for something around 300,000. I want 60 grand down. My name is David Young. This is my phone number. This is my email address. This is my home address. This is how much I make per year." And then you call them up, and they're like, "No, I didn't." You're like, "Well, are you David Young?" "Yeah." "Is this your phone number?" "Yeah." "This is your email address?" "Yeah." "No, I didn't apply." "Well, this is all your information." "Yeah." "Well, I changed my mind. I don't want it. F you." Click. Right? And it's like, well, wait a minute. You changed your mind, or you didn't want it, or you didn't do it. Like, what's the deal? There's so many like weird people out there, right? And so that's why we call it the grinder, because so many people get into our business and they're like, think it'll be like money raining down from heaven, and
Well,
and it's not. So we help like train them. We've got like an actual training program that'll take them from scratch to being great loan officers. And we've got that same program for realtors.
oh,
Yes. So it's very, very similar, right? Loan officers, we need to know a lot of guidelines. Realtors, you need to focus on how to get your offers accepted and how to get more listings, right? So it's more of that attention to detail. So many realtors are like, oh, just go look at all these properties, it'll be awesome, right? And that's not the case, right? You got to know how to get the listings. You got to know how to get your offers accepted. You got to know, and you got to grind. You got to make those tough phone calls.
do a
Right?
smooth closing.
Yeah. Yeah, and the leads that we get, Mr. Dave Young that lives in Miami, right? If I'm buying a place, I'm probably also doing what? If I'm buying a home, what do I have to sell?
Selling the
Yes,
one you're living in.
somebody's going to have to list my house.
Right.
And a good realtor will be both the buyer and the seller agent off that one lead.
Right.
And that's important, right? And it's very easy. We've in the past I've helped some real estate teams grow quite a bit, right? And some implode. Quite a few implode too, because what you got to make it about something more. You got to have build that right culture within the team, and you got to be a real giving person if you're the leader of the team.
Yes.
Because if you get to the point where, hey, I've got a big team, I've got 10, 11, 12 agents reporting to me, I'm making all this money, how am I going to squeeze my agents for more money? At that point, the team, boom, goes away, right? But the cool thing about Myra is she's not like that. She's not greedy, right? I don't want to be judgmental and call people greedy. It happens in the mortgage business, right? I've built out very successful branches, right? And then somebody higher than my pay grade is like, hey, Dave, you've done a great job. Your teams are doing well. Sometimes I've had multiple branches. And they're like, hey, we need to make more money off of your people. I'm like, no. Like, they're doing good. Let them run. And somebody up top sees this big dollar sign and they get greedy, right? And that's the cool thing about working with me is there is nobody above my pay grade anymore, thankfully, right? I still have to report to corporate. Don't get me wrong. I'm not king of the mortgage company, right? I still got to report to corporate, right? But and that's a cool thing about like our team. I'm not greedy, and Myra's not greedy, right? So that means that we have the ability to build something with longevity, right? Now there'll always be some type of turnover, right? So like I actually consult a couple of my friends that own mortgage companies. Well, Dave, how do you consult somebody who's an owner of a mortgage company? Because they worked for me like 7 years ago as an assistant or as a secretary, and they've grown up so big, and they spread their wings and they opened up their own shop and hired in a team of people, right? Not a mortgage broker, right? A broker's different. Broker could be, a guy and his dog working out of their back room. Wait a minute, I'm working out of my office.
Where's your dog?
Right. Well, we always joked about that because I always had a nice office building and at least a dozen loan officers that reported to me. I run both the origination and the ops, right? So I have both sides that report up to me, and I've actually just promoted another manager. Well, it's a surprise. I'm promoting him next week at our party, right?
Oh.
Yeah, getting together the whole team. We're going to have a lot of fun, and I'm going to promote actually 2 people to management, and we've already started building their team. So one will inherit 2 employees, and the other one will inherit a couple of employees, and we're going to build a better downline for them. Yeah. So I say all that just to say that I've been through this rodeo before, and now I'm going to help Myra build out her team because Myra's got the right heart for it. You know what I'm saying? You got it, right? Because so many greedy people build teams, and those same teams dissipate quickly.
Yes.
And I don't want to pick on realtors because it happens in lending, but it happens in realtors too. I mean, it just is what it is. I made the mistake of hiring a greedy title rep who got his mortgage license, and he stole like some of my employees, and they all ran to a different company. Grass wasn't greener. I told him no coming back, right? Because I like loyalty more than anything. Just so you gotta be careful. So I'm not picking. I'm just saying anything in our industry, you can get the wrong people, right? But that's why I want to work with Myra and help her grow out her team. So you might want to say, well, how do you grow a team? Well, besides just most companies, your Keller Williams will provide some type of training, EXP will provide some type of training. Most people never take that training, right? Because it's kind of high in the sky. Someday it would be nice, right? We begin with actual boots on the ground training, right? So we actually, step 1 is give you leads. And these leads aren't just like ringing a cash register. These are humans too. So our goal is to take them from lead to relationship, right? They applied online with us. They probably applied online with a couple of other lenders. There's a few, that will apply just on our site, but most of the time they apply with a handful of people, right? They're not loyal to anybody because they don't know anybody. And so our job is to shepherd them through the process, take really, really good care of them, be honest and upfront, and give them all. And we've got home buyer stuff too to help them along the way, right? So that they have a good experience, so that they refer us back their family and friends. And then that's what 101 in growing your business, right?
That's important.
Yeah. And then those people that are buying a house are also selling a house.
Yes.
And we've got everything from the single property sites that's free to your realtors, right? It only costs me. It's free to my loan officers too, right? Yeah. So they've got the single property sites. They've got the flyers. We've got the rent versus own. Because sometimes people are like, hey, I applied on your website, but I'm just happy renting. And then we show them what kind of appreciation there is. I'm picking on Miami for a second. Look, Miami went up by 23.4% in the last year. If you would have bought this house last year, you would get it for $280,000. That same house is now $314,000. Yeah. Right? You lost $34,000 by sitting on your duff. Plus, you're paying $2,100 a month in rent, right? So congratulations. There's another, $24,000 you threw out the window. So if you want to throw out $50,000, you're more than welcome to. If you want to show how to invest it into yourself, we're going to help you with that. And we've got all of the sheets, the spreadsheets, the MBS highway, everything to help educate people.
Yes.
Because I think it's more important to educate than to sell. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
So we're looking for people who'd want to be educators, like Myra, right? And follow the same steps it takes to be a successful agent. Now, you might be thinking, Dave, how are you going to tell us how to be a realtor? You've been a lender for 20 years, right? And the cool thing about that is, yes, I've never actually sold a house. Now, I'm a property flipper too, so I guess technically I've sold a house. I've done walkthroughs and everything on my own properties. And so, but yeah, I can only do that for my own homes, right? I can't do that for somebody else's homes, right? So I bought a program that was, it's 400 times 12, I can't do math, $5,000 basically, right? So I bought a $5,000 program that stretched over 12 months, right? And it's taught by realtors that not only are millionaires, but they have to have 7 figures in the bank, right? Because there's so many people in our business that will make a lot of money, but then they all just spend it quickly. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to learn from those kind of coaches. We're going to learn from somebody who has $1 million in the bank, right? That's very successful, right? They could retire with that amount of money in the bank, right? And we're going to learn from those types of coaches to build up Myra's group. It's going to start off as a group, right? And then they're going to be part of your team, or you're going to have, I guess some people never want to be part of a team, but they can be part of your downline. And we're
we have mentors, coaches, we have celebrity coaches in eXp Realty. We have a load of training, 24 hours a day on-demand training. We have 40 hours or more live training in the world. So, they could come in brand spanking new, or they could come in as mega agents.
Yeah, which is great. So you got training with eXp, and then we'll give you additional training outside of eXp and leads and business, and help the agents that are in your downline build up their downline too. So it's a symbiotic relationship, because I need to refer our approved buyers to somebody, right? And Myra can't drive to all of Florida and the other 50 states
you gave me last time.
Oh, right. So, and what Myra doesn't want to drive to 49 states, right? Yeah. So I need, and my loan officers don't have keys to open doors. So we need that symbiotic relationship with the realtor, a loyal, trustworthy realtor that's not going to take our lead or approved buyer and then just shoot it up to somebody else, right? That's bad business, right? That's terrible experience for everybody involved, including the customer. So our customers are very, very, very important to us. In fact, next week, next Friday, when I have that barbecue, all my local customers have been invited. So yeah, so they're going to come, they're going to grill with us, they're going to get to meet all the team in person. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, but that's what we have to do. We give away the leads so that we can build that relationship.
Yes.
So
that sounds like a plan. If anybody has any questions, Dave's number's down there, and also my number is top in the comments, along with the website to visit for EXP Careers.
Yeah, it'll be great. In fact, instead of going to EXP Careers, just talk to Myra, because she's really the best. She's the gal. And we're getting almost 200. Well, actually, last week was 260 purchase leads just last week.
Yeah.
So we got a lot. And these leads need to be turned into relationships. Our staff of 20, 30 people, it just isn't enough yet. We're still growing exponentially. I'm hiring loan officers. I'm hiring sales managers. I'm hiring branch managers. Hiring a lot of people right now to keep up with this inflow of business, because everyone wants to buy a house right now. It is crazy how many people are just like, hey, me over here, want to buy a house.
Interest rates are low. Your mortgage payments are going to be much less than what you're paying in monthly rents nowadays.
It's true.
Tell you what, there's nothing left to rent in the area.
Right. But people are smart now. They see this. They're like, oh my gosh, I've been looking at this house for the last 3 years. It's now $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 more. That was my money I missed out on. Plus, I'm spending $20,000 on rent that's going to nobody. Right? That's not going to paying off your house, right? That's just like taking your money and lighting it on fire. And so many people have, the reason why they turn us down when we call them is because they're afraid. They talked to a bank that told them that they needed 20% down. They didn't talk to somebody who specializes in lending, where we can get a gift, we can do a DPA, we've got those things, or they talk to a bank that only does 700 plus credit scores. I mean, technically we go down to 520, but it's a disaster. But realistically, 580 and above is where we're at. Most lenders aren't there, right? Or they talk to somebody and they want to build a house because they can't find one. We do that program. We do the one-time close program, right, to help them build a house. But they called up Mr. Non-licensed person that's been in the business for a month at the bank, and they turned them down. So now they're embarrassed. They don't want to apply again. We're going to help those people. So we've got a lot of programs. If somebody really wants to be a home buyer, no matter what their situation is, as long as they're a legal U.S. citizen, right? Aside from that, bad credit, no income, no assets, whatever the case is, we can put them onto a plan so that they can purchase a home in the future if they can't today. So we don't turn anybody down. We either say yes or follow this plan. One of those two.
We got this step for you to take. You'll be able to buy in 6 months, 3 months, 12 months down the road.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And, we've gone through these steps many, many, many times, hundreds of times, right? So they work. So all we need is somebody who really wants to purchase a home. If they're engaged enough to follow the steps, they will be a home buyer. They will be making money. And the same thing with investors. There are a lot of people who own homes and they dream about someday being an investor. Some lady told me it was her 5-year plan. I said, why wait 5 years? Let's start today.
Right.
Oh, I don't know if I could. I'm scared. That's okay, right? Fear is the best motivator. You better be scared that you're not going to have any money in retirement. That's what you better be scared of. Let's show you how to buy an investment property. Let's show you how to make it cash flow positive. And then we're going to sit on this house you're going to rent this house for a year before you buy another one, right? We're going to make sure you're a good landlord for a year before we purchase another property, right? So we've got a plan. It's not a get rich quick. Nothing is, right? There's get poor quick schemes, but you know what I'm saying? It's disguised as get rich quick. It's a steady build out, right? And we show them how to, write up a rental agreement and how to vet your customers and how to know if this is a good tenant for your property. So many cool things. I'm kind of going off on a tangent now, but anyhow, That's why we need realtors on your side, Myra, that are
Yes.
good at teaching people.
Come on,
Good at teaching people.
you got any questions, give us a call. We'll answer all your questions. We'll go have coffee with you. Whatever you need, we'll take care of getting your questions. By the way, I have one question left. Who was afraid to buy Amazon stock back in 1997 when it was only $1.37? Now what? It's over 3,300 a share.
And it's like those cryptocurrencies right now too. Holy moly!
Ah,
Wow! Wow!
you thought Bitcoin was enough. Now we've got, what is it, Dode and
Dogecoin.
Ethereum. Yep. We're
Oh,
doing good learning and training and teaching each other. So
right?
call people. That's all you got to do. Give us a call.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you, Myra. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Have a great weekend.